How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Let's take a look here. Alright, so I got a decent idea of where we are. But what to do? I think I'm actually going to go and try to find those other two pieces of armor. I think that's what I'm going to do first. This is definitely a more impromptu stream. I've not put up my schedule yet for this upcoming week because I'm still waiting to hear on one thing in particular if we're doing that or not, and it's actually not Final Fantasy X that I'm thinking of. But regardless, I wanted to do at least a little bit of a smaller stream this time. And since I felt like doing something a little bit more casual, I figured let's do a little progress here. So I know at least for the people that are watching this on archive will probably appreciate not having a 6-hour VOD. I do wish, unfortunately, that it's not a thing, but I do wish that it was possible to... for sure that'd be one. Have an option whenever you upload stuff to archive, rather than it just being the full time or separating it into 15-minute intervals, intervals, that you could just like say set it into hour intervals. Have have a 15-minute option, a 30-minute option, an hour option, and like a 3-hour option or something like that. take care of those. I was about to say, surely that can't be it. Has to be more in here. Soldier's shield, huh? I'm actually gonna pass on it. Ow. Okay, alright, okay, alright, okay. Well, if this one's not gonna target me, then... Nope. Just go around you. Well, that explains what the bomb flower was for. You know, I had a feeling that was going to happen eventually, because every time I threw a bomb, I was like, he does not throw it far enough. And sure enough, I was correct. He does not, in fact, throw it far enough before it explodes. Please tell me that does not mean that I have to go all the way through that again. Okay, no, just the obnoxious legs. Get up, or don't, or just sit there and get hit. At least I got a higher value out of that. That one particular rock. This is... I figured this guy would be a little bit more obnoxious, but he's actually not that bad. There we go. Piece cake. Shock fruit. When cooked correctly, the shockingly tasty fruit stimulates the consumer's muscles and grants increased attack power during thunderstorms. Interesting. Shock-like stone. A stomach stone exposed to high voltage inside the body of a shock-like. It maintains some charge even when outside the creature. Cook it with a critter to make an elixir. And what's inside the chest? An opal. Alright. Make sure there's nothing else in here. Does not look like it. Alright. I have a feeling this is going to be the piece of material outfit piece, rather, that we're looking for. It is rubber armor. This armor has a built-in electricity resistance thanks to its source material, an ancient marvel called rubber. Such technology does not exist in this modern age. Cool. So, that is 2 down with 1 to go on that. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and try to get the last one, too. Now, for those that don't remember, I think it was it might have been part 1. My brain says part 2, but maybe it was part 1. We did explore a cave that was, like, basically right on top of this X. I'm going to go ahead and pin this, or pin close to it, so I know where I'm going. We did explore a cave that was, like, right on top of this, but now knowing what I know with the other 2 pieces and the fact that you'll probably be going through a cave that's pretty large, I gotta imagine that that was probably the correct cave. However, I likely missed some sort of secret in it that would have taken me far deeper into the cave. So we're gonna check it again and see if we actually spot something that we didn't spot last time. Yeah, we did spot bats last time. I know those were there. I know the halberd's not exactly anything to write home about, but just for the sake of saying we've got it. I actually wouldn't mind having another fire rod, even though that's not what they're called here. Ruby sword, perfect. I liked having a fire weapon in Breath of the Wild pretty much on me at all times to light anything on fire that I needed without using flint, and the same goes here, honestly. Not sure why that blue rupee was there, but I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to destroy all that. I know I could get material from it, but I was more so checking to see if there was anything behind a wall. Here we go. That's more like it. Oh, and they even put a bomb flower there, too. I should have been thinking. I feel like if there's a bomb flower you should immediately be looking around for anything that can be bombed. Anybody that's been playing this game for a longer amount of time than me is probably thinking, yeah, no shit, Sherlock, but... There were some Zelda games that wasn't the case. Skyward Sword is the first one that's coming to mind. Of like, sometimes they just had spots to refill your bombs, and there wasn't actually anything to bomb nearby. Is this it? There we go. Barbarian armor. Armor once favored by an ancient warlike idol. Or, sorry, idol. Where'd I get that from? Armor once favored by an ancient warlike tribe from the Fodden region. The war paint boosters your fighting spirit and raises your attack power. I know that was bolsters, but still. And there we go. That's all 3 of those pieces. Kind of surprised that side quest didn't pop up. Yeah, it didn't even, like, pop up with the, Maybe somebody else will pop that up and then it will later on give me the, oh, hey, you've already done this thing. Okay, well, that's taken care of. So with that, I'm going to go back to the tower in the new area that we just got the map for in last episode. And we'll poke around here and hunt for some shrines a little bit, and if I can't find anything, then we'll move on to heading to where the Rito are. I'm fully aware some of these are going to be hidden, so it's unlikely that I'm going to be seeing every last shrine and just looking out along the area and going, oh, there they all are. Just found them. Just pin them right then and there. God, that water looks pretty. I know it's not the best from, like, any video game ever, but it still looks really pretty. I know this is the way that we came from to get here. That's a pin we already made. I think that might be a great fairy spot. That was why I pinned that. I could be wrong, but won't know until I check. I think that'll do for pins. I think for now we'll head to red and start there. And then I'll work back to the tower and we'll go to the blue and light blue pins from there. Provided I don't get distracted / see anything on the way there that I want to grab like another shrine. Man, it is nice to have this paraglider. I was genuinely worried whenever I started the game and went through the first tutorial area and did not have this, of thinking, oh, they're not going to give me the glider in this game. Which, even from, like, a storytelling standpoint, that wouldn't have made much sense to do. It's like, why would you take one of Link's most valuable items that was in the last game and have him, even if it got destroyed, if, like, not letting him have it, or even if it gets destroyed, of him making another one, because he's used it for so long, he knows the basic idea of how to create one. Just wouldn't make any sense. Somebody needs some assistance. Nice shot. Sabak, so we meet again. The work of a dedicated treasure hunter never ends, and I wouldn't have it any other way. As a legendary treasure hunter, I'm more than happy to share some tips. The key to making discoveries is being able to get somewhere high up. A cliff ruins that have fallen from the sky. As long as it's high up, it'll work just fine. So get high up and look around. You're bound to discover all kinds of things. That's true. Need that Boko shield, but I'd rather the stick than the spear. I'm sure it's because I've got the untrained eye still, because I'm not that far along in the game, but man, it feels like I'm going through areas where there is just a very big amount of nothing. I'm getting Twilight Princess flashbacks, which, again, probably not true for this game. For Twilight Princess, yeah, there was definitely giant open areas with nothing in them, but it's probably just a case of like, oh, once you have this ability, you'll realize that it actually meant this. And then I'll feel dumb for walking past it so many times. Kiyu Yoyu Shrine. It's one of the longer names we've seen for a shrine. Alright, let's see what we got. Maybe something with time reversal? That'd be nice. Fire and ice. Well, probably. Well, maybe. That could be a reversal one. We've done ones like this before, of having to get a block somewhere and try to prevent it from melting. So here's the end. Oops, this is the wrong thing here. Well, it wants me to, like... I assume it wants me to shrink this and sacrificing some of the height for it so that it will fit here. But I don't see why I wouldn't just... Oh no, I can't do that. Okay. Just say recall the switch, and then the switch will recall back to a time that there was pressure on it. And that was probably way too much, but... Oh, now the door just stayed open? Okay. That was a bit weird. Zonite Spear. No, I think I would rather keep what I have. Appreciate the offer, though. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to keep that ice block with me. Alright. Oh, well, there's another ice block right here, so I guess that answers that. Okay, where am I supposed to be going, though? Like, I see, obviously... Perfect. Let's do inverse of that. Okay, drop it. Pick it back up. You're not gonna drop any more ice? Ah, that's why. Give me that. Nope, pick it up. You threw the lure, Link. You're reeling it in. Okay, so that's not the option either. Nope, pick it up. But, like, even if I take that back, where am I going with the ice blocks? I guess I can grab multiple, apparently. Well, if the game will let me grab them. I don't know why it's having such an issue picking them up. I'll take 3, I guess. That's all I'm getting out of it. But was there even another spot I could go? Like, that was just a treasure. There's no spot to ascend there. This is just the beginning? Like... I don't think there's anything in the center of this. I have one idea, but I feel like it's probably wrong. That's phenomenal. Good job, Link. Nope, I don't think so. I don't even know how you managed to do that, considering it is a non-moving object. Nope. This feels like reaching to the highest degree for something that's not the answer. I know the chances of this working are basically zero, but I'm going to try it anyway. Yep, didn't think so. The only thing I can think of is taking that platform that I tried to throw across here that didn't work and using it to block this fire. And that this is like one big switch. That's the only thing I can think of. There's just not enough here otherwise to do anything. I think I have an idea of what to do with these. I need to lose one of them. Link, I wish you'd just grab it. Perfect. Now let's do the opposite of that. Okay, and then I want it to come back up and go here. And stand on it. If this is like actually what you need to do, this is kind of insane. Someone please tell me what the actual solution was to that. Because I'm like 99% sure that was not even close to the correct solution. In fact, I'm impressed it actually worked at all. Yeah, so that's my guess on what to do. So I'll probably have to get rid of that block and replace it for a full-sized one. Yep, like that. We're gonna hope the location of how these attach doesn't really matter. Glad that was the right answer, because if that was not a switch, I honestly would have had no clue what to do. That was, like, a pretty small puzzle, not in terms of difficulty, but just in terms of, like, there's only, like, 2 rooms to that. It was small in that sense. But we figured it out. That's the important thing. Glad I had enough weight on that, though, because that was another thing I was worried about of, like, I'm going to need one of these 2 smaller blocks that I got from the other way to be larger, and I'm going to have to go all the way back for them. So that's where we actually need to go, apparently. That's where it wants to go. So this will be a good warp point for later. But for now, especially if there's a great fairy there, I definitely want to go and get my gear upgraded before attempting to tackle any dungeon. Depending on how big the time jump is between this game and Tears of the Kingdom, like, I would assume the Great Fairies would still be in the same spot, but I could see why game developers would also consider that way too easy for knowing where to find them. This might have been a spot I'd marked and actually didn't see a shrine for. I do remember there being a shrine here last time in Breath of the Wild. Keep doing that. There it is. That might be an area I just come back to at a later point. Is this where I did the diving? Yes, it is. Any chance the fairy respawned? That would look like a no. I'm heading to that shrine because I can't pin pin something in midair. At least with where I've got the blue pin marker, I'll know where that is. I don't want to lose track of where this shrine is if I drop down to where that pin is. So we'll go here first instead. I guess technically what I could also do. Well, there's the guy holding up the sign. I was going to say I could technically land there and pin, but this is just as well. So we'll do this. Glad I upgraded stamina, because otherwise I would not have made that. Makuruki Shrine, or Makuruki Shrine. Maybe the S is pronounced, maybe it's not. Maybe it's Maybelline. No, it's always Maybelline, isn't They tend to run when menaced by bees. Don't we all, though? Combat training archery. Alright, so we've done the basic archery. We've done the slow time in the air archery. What else are they going to give us? Stay right. Oh, so just the double damage for hitting the enemy in the head. That's alright. Yep, it's still the same. Spawn in more enemies, or just have to hit this one in the head only. There we go. Do not fear the approaching enemies. Fire true and strike their heads. Well, I will do that. Drop this in favor of a new one. You've proven your mastery, now proceed to the innermost chamber. There was probably a bow that they gave me on one of the little side walls here too, but it was probably also a construct bow, perhaps. Again, drop that for a fresh one. There it is. Well, at least we get the arrows out of it, so there's that. I'm gonna feel really dumb if I end up in a place where, like, the Zonai stuff doesn't work for whatever reason, and then I drop that Traveler's Bow. I just feel like that's something that could possibly be the case of, like, certain weapons are ineffective here, like, they break, they don't work, something. Light of Blessing. If I do get 4 shrines before making it there, which is looking like a very high possibility of that happening, but should it happen... Oops, no, I don't want to go back in there. I might hold off on upgrading either stamina or heart just until I get to the Rito area and figure out exactly what I'm going to be doing. Like, am I going to be getting to the dungeon soon or not, or whatever the case might be. Jeez, that weather gauge on the bottom looks like how it's been here lately. We didn't get rain for almost like an entire year, and then once the El Nino cycle for us finally came back around, now we've gotten like at least a little bit of rain every day for like the past 5 days. Which, trust me, I am not complaining. It's just crazy to see after all this time of not seeing rain. Just one of those little... Alright. I should have grabbed that. Oh, do you actually have to do like a proper dive into it now? It doesn't accept it otherwise? I cannot believe he somehow did not see me until I was right on top of him. Octorok Eyeball. This can only be obtained from an Octorok type enemy. Its nature is to focus on a moving object. Attach one to an arrow to grant a homing quality. Octorok Tentacle. This can only be tamed for an Octorok type. It's too acidic for cooking, but it's highly valued as an ingredient for elixirs. Well, is this anything? Let's see if I can get this while I can actually climb before it starts raining in-game again. There we go. Staminoka Bass. This Hyro Bass got to be the biggest fish by never getting caught, until now. Its long life will result in a cooked dish that will restore a lot of stamina. I want that other one. No, he went too low into the water. Oh well. I'm going to remove that pin so that I don't keep getting distracted by it. The yellow one is over here. I know I can see it on the minimap. I just wanted to check and see if it was closer or better land-wise to warp or to stick to where I was. I don't know if that's going to be makeable, but there's only one way to be sure. Keep my eyes peeled for anything down there. Which I'm sure there is. It'd be crazy for there not to be anything there whatsoever. It's too late. I don't think I can do anything about it. Oh, wow. Just barely survived. Eat those apples, boy. Also, since I have it somewhere... The skydive mobility is nice, but the climbing is a little bit more frequently used, shall we say. At least while you're roaming around on the ground, it definitely is. Get up. I assume the other parts of the gear, like last time, are probably somewhere. They'll probably give, if I had to guess, because they usually do them in specific sets, and the fact that they gave us 3 of the chest pieces, one for climbing, one for electricity, and one for attack up, is there's probably going to be another Misko's Treasure side quest. It might be by another name, but it'll be something where they give us 3 markers, and it'll be the 3 head pieces or the 3 foot pieces. So we're just going to have 3 sets of 3 to get all 3 of those outfits. It's times like these I wish I had the option to be able to, like, kick off of the wall to be able to use the hang glider. You can still kind of use it, but it's not the most effective thing in the world. Oh, another one of these. Ugh. Before I do that, sorry, I'm up in the audio bit on my end so I can actually hear the little chime go off. Oh, come on, get up. Quit being lazy. Okay, there. Nope, I don't think so. Perfect. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. Nope, not this time. That's probably like a slightly above average weapon if I had to guess. The real prize is getting the stuff he drops. Before I attach that, I'm going to see what's in here. This might be something better suited for that. Nope, just a ruby. Okay. That is also acceptable. Cool. Oh, are these not... I thought those were those, like, warm Safina, cool Safina things you could pick up. I guess not. Alright then. We'll just forgo that and continue on. Link, you alright there, bud? There we go. I think I might have given him a small concussion, but he's fine. Would not be caught dead standing on the spot Link was regaining my health. I don't have a fear of heights or anything, I just have extremely poor balance. So as a result, I would very much fall. And while I don't really have a fear of falling either, that doesn't mean I'm going to go actively out of my way to just take a nosedive, because... whatever. I was going to grab that, but it does not seem like it is worth it. Maybe if I had more stamina to survive that climb, but I don't. Not right now. I still don't regret taking the 5th heart, though, after I got my stamina up this high. And that's coming from somebody who did do a run of Breath of the Wild where I upgraded stamina every single time until I just wasn't allowed to do it anymore. I'll give the description for that in a second. Octoballoon, this inflatable Octorok organ has a lot of lifts, so attach it to items you want to see float. An arrow can serve as a good way to stick one to a distant object. Probably have to do that at some point. Wild berry, a fruit that grows in cold, snowy regions, known for its tangy, sweet flavor. It doesn't offer any special effects, but it's a popular cooking ingredient. Is this a, oh, it looks like it. Let's take a ride. See what we can see. If nothing else, this will get us to the yellow pin very, very easily. Oh, unbearable cold. Do we have anything to... Yeah, we do. So I say I'm pretty sure I've made some cold resist stuff. It doesn't look like that block in particular had anything to contribute, but that's alright. Yeah, I really hope the Rito Village area's got some sort of armor for cold resist. Otherwise, that's going to be a bit of a hassle to do. I don't think I want any of those. I like to keep a decent variety of shields, and since I usually don't use shields that often, it's not as big a deal. Oromuwak Shrine. What do we got? I get a bad feeling it's going to be one of those. We've taken away all your armor and stuff. Have fun. But let's see. It could be worse. It could be building. Building is always worse. A launching device. Yep. Speaking of building, oh, that's not going to be good. Oh, the rockets. I've actually not used these yet. I figured it was going to mean the spring. Is there anything else, or is it just the rocket? I guess it's just the rockets. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Alright, let's give it a try. We did it. We solved the puzzle. That's it. We're all done, right? Don't have to do any more? No? Yeah, I didn't think so. Well, I hope Link likes throw rides. They didn't put any more... Okay. So why the multiple carts? That's got me a bit worried. I don't know if it's a good idea to attach these or not, but I also know that leaving them here means that we don't have them if we go up there, so... Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Yeah, you know what? I'm actually going to go ahead and unstick all the carts, just because I think getting it up there is going to be a hassle if we have too many of them on there. I'm going to try to plan a little bit in advance here and try something dumb. And that's not attaching that rocket to launch, obviously, but attaching it in case, like with this room, that there's not a... not a rocket up there. Oh, I guess that is facing the wrong way. Can we turn it off? Oh, we just destroy it. Fantastic. Hello? Hello? Can I pick that up, please? Thanks. I've definitely been noticing that that's a problem recently of, like, Ultra Hand can't seem to grab things effectively, which is kind of a problem, seeing as that's the whole gimmick. I don't even know what happened there. Yeah, I think I've got my answer for what the weakest part of the game is so far, and unfortunately it's kind of the big gimmick of the game. It's the building. Yep, it is definitely the building. Because, like, I get it's attached too high. That's the problem. I understand that. I'm not dumb. I realize it's attached too high. The problem is I can't attach it where I want to attach it. There. It's like, I know I want to attach it to the center, like pretty much directly in the center, so that the effect's not going to cause it to go spinning off in a direction, because it's just the whole Newton's third law thing, and because it's not centralized, that's why it's not staying where it needs to stay. There we go. We had that issue last time of just a lot of it feels like I know the answer to the puzzle, I know how to do the puzzle, and it's just I can't get the control part of it to work. But it's not the same issue of like, oh, you can't do the combat type of thing of like, you just need to figure out how to be more effective in combat. This one's just like, no, I know what I'm doing, I just can't get what I need to stick to actually stick. I sincerely doubt this is going to work, but... Okay, how is that easier than the one that was... Alright, whatever. Maybe it's because I put one on the front and one on the back, I don't know. The one on the rails was a lot harder to get to cooperate. Maybe it's because it was on the rails and not able to move freely, i.e. a little bit to the left and a little bit to the right if need be, but yeah, that was a mess. So we need one more. But I don't have anything else marked, and I do want to head to the main quest, so that is what I'm going to, where I'm going to head. Oh, hey, the Blood Moon. That's nice. What a fitting way to end after I solve a building puzzle. You did it! We're angry! It can never happen when you're near a cooking pot, huh? Alright, let's see. Hey, what's up, guys? Nat, please, just can't do this. At least not with this cave. There are lots of other caves open by the upheaval. Let's try a different one. This one is surely full of creatures different from anything we know, and I was already itching to go home. Come on, little sis, you can do it. We traveled all this way. We need to gather those bright caps inside at least. That's what we came for, and you can only find them in caves. We made it here safe and sound. I can't bear to leave till I have 10 of them. Let's go in. Please, we gotta go. And go by yourself, Nat. Could we have some bright caps? Yeah, you can have them. I'll trade you this. Spicy tomato mushroom stew. Cold resistance for 5 minutes 30 seconds. 4 hearts. A dish of fragrant mushrooms simmered with tomato. Healthy and rich in fiber. You're a lifesaver. Now I don't need to go into that awful cave. But I have to say, it's amazing you collected so many bright caps. I mean, they're only found in caves like this. Like Jim's mortar parts, bright bloom seeds, and bright caps. Yep. Sister secret. Scouring high and low for something here in the Hebrew region. We searched most of the north, so now we intend to go to the south. Might have had those two reversed. If we meet again, we'll tell you that secret. We'll see ya. Y'all have fun. Cave mushrooms that glow. You give Nat 10 bright caps and learn that she and her sister Megan, I believe that's how you pronounce it, even though it's spelled a different way, are on a journey looking for that. They wouldn't tell you what that is, but they said that they would let you in on the secret if you meet again. It sounds like they're going to Northern Hebra next. So this is the cave you were referring to. Well, they were worried about the monsters, but they would have gotten at least half of what they were looking for without running into any. No, I think I'm still good with what I got. Hello. Surprised I caught that on the way down, but alright. Swallow bow. This bow is a favorite among Rito warriors. The bowstring has been especially engineered for aerial combat, which allows it to be drawn faster than a normal bow. Well, even if it was less power than what I had before, I still probably would have grabbed it. Luckily, it is decently warm in here, so I don't need to refresh my cold resistance for the time being. I did see the section up there. I'm not blind. Not this time, anyway. What do we got? Piece of armor, decent weapon. Frostbite shirt. Okay, interesting. Made from ancient rituals, this item's cold-absorbing cloth produces frost in low-temperature environments. Cold weather attack. I mean, I would have preferred just resistance, but that's interesting. That's not what I was trying to do, but okay. Wanted to go that way. I feel so bad for destroying those things, but tragically I do need the bubble gems, so... Alright, I would wager that's probably everything in here. At least of all the big stuff. I'm sure there's some small things sticking around, but we got the piece of clothing. It seems like a pretty good chunk of the clothing in this game is gonna be in cave systems like this. Yeah, I know you can shop for some. Like, there were some in, there was at least the headpiece. I'm not wearing the rest of the set anymore. But, like, there will still be sets in towns, but it looks like the high majority of them are going to be found through cave systems. Or at least a decent majority of them will be. Alright, let's get to that quest point. Man, I am definitely starting to get hungry here, but I'm not going to take a break for it. I'm just going to grab food before I head to work. So we still got plenty of time here. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, that was just a rusty shield. Okay. Hello? We've discovered bats. Tabitha Hills Cave. Check in here first. Hello? Ah, it's you guys. Let's make sure I don't get killed here. So I wager that's probably all of them. Long stick. Yeah, I think I'm good on that. Now we get the fun part of getting to take all their stuff. That little piece ice definitely feels like it can be melted there, but first... I don't know why these giant bright bloom seeds are so hard to pick up. Like, it feels like you have to be directly on top of them. Soldier's Claymore Spear. Spear used by Rita's soldiers. Its point is now decayed. It still boasts quick attacks in midair, and it produces a strong wind. I might actually take that one. Nope, too far. I want Ruby Sword. Yep, indeed there was something back here. Feathered Spear. Spear used by Rito soldiers. This point is not... Yeah, that's still the same thing. I'm going to pass on that one. But I guess if you wanted a second spear, Rito Spear, you could get that one. I'm impressed I managed to get a headshot both times there, considering I could barely see the target I was even firing at. But I'm not complaining. Just surprised. I gotta say, I didn't think I would like the cave exploration as much as I did. I think it's just the flashbacks from Twilight Princess of being like, oh no, it's a cave, like this is gonna be a headache and a half. Navigating through here with all the lantern oil and getting ambushed by giant spiders. Do not miss those days. I think that was the first time I actually actively looked up a guide on how to do something before I'd even gotten lost. I'm just like, I don't want to have to deal with all the spiders and junk, so I'm just going to know what I need to know and then not worry about anything else. That one at least doesn't hit too hard. Sure, set your friend on fire. It's probably fine. Yo, could you knock it off with that flamethrower, man? Soldier Construct 2 horn, a sharp hooked horn dropped from a Soldier Construct 2. It's well suited for slicing through small branches and plants. Attach it to a weapon to moderately increase attack power. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll also prevent myself from getting killed. I'm gonna try to use something yeah, here we go. Flame emitter spear, yeah, I'll hang on to that. Were they, like, guarding something here, maybe? I don't want to waste too much time, because I'm aware I've got the resistant dish timer going. Until I can just not have to worry about having to have the cold resist dishes, I would prefer to not waste my time. This looks like an area I described in writing a story of mine once. Snowy ruins. Hey, we don't have one of these yet. Chill shroom, often found at the base of pine trees in cold climates, or inside of an abandoned house, I guess. These mushrooms are cool to the touch and can be used to cook dishes that allow you to stay cool even in arid regions. Yeah, as long as we're heading towards that point, I suppose we're okay to kind of follow the path. Rupees? Soldier's broadsword. Nah. I like the flame emitter spear, so I'm okay with that. Well, if there's anything like the Divine Beasts, let's hope that, oops. Hi. Let's hope the Rito aren't having to deal with that, because I remember in Breath of the Wild they were like, it's hard for even like a really good flyer to get up there because of how cold it is, so I'm sure it's probably even worse now. I see a little smoke plume. I also see a shrine back there, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to a spot where I can... Well, maybe I can. There we go. Three, yeah. Hi. Well, at the very least, that's gonna break your shield, dude. Ow. Ow. Nope. Couldn't do it. I figured the charge attack wouldn't do as much as a normal attack. No, it turns out the normal attack actually does more than the charge attack, which is a bit counterintuitive. You think it would just not do as much, but okay. We'll just leave them alone then. I guess to be fair, I don't need any weapons or shields in particular, and I don't think they were guarding anything. Maybe they were, but... That's farther away than where I am focusing on, so I'm gonna pass on that. Cool Saflina. Yeah, this is what I thought we ran into earlier, just a different color of it. So is one of the other ones, probably the electric one. The medicinal plant grows in high elevations, such as the mountains in the Hebra or Gerudo regions. When cooked into a dish, it will increase your heat resistance. It will also give you the hiccups, apparently. But I don't want the hiccups. I don't think anybody does. The hiccups suck. Is there just, like, nothing here? I mean, I guess we could do that, sure. Oh. Clever girl. He knocks hammer, a solid stick cut through the... Yeah, we've seen one of these before. I'm gonna drop that ruby sword because I've got a second one. Some arrows. Like, you don't have to punch the chest to open it. Oh, this is a hammer. What am I doing? No, go over to the... Thank you. Oh, right, I get all those back, too. That bow broke extremely quickly. Really expect that to work. It kind of did, but like mostly it didn't. Well, that was unfortunate timing on that. Oh, this is just the full forces. That dude already died. Okay. Blue boss Bokoblin horn, an axe-shaped horn with a band to identify it as belonging to a leader. Attached to a weapon to moderately increase attack power, cook it with a critter to make an elixir. Bokoblin Guts, a rare material obtained by defeating a Bokoblin. It convulses on its own every now and then, which is really creepy, but perhaps it has a use. Boss Bokoblin Guts, a rare material dropped by a boss Bokoblin. It moves constantly and looks grotesque. Toss it into a stew with some critters to create elixirs. Black Bokoblin Horn, a vicious 3-pronged horn. Attach it to a weapon to greatly increase its attack power, cook with a critter to make an elixir. Holy moly, there's a lot of stuff here. But to be fair, there were a lot of them. 30 thick stick. Sturdy, thick stick. Man, that is a good tongue twister. A solid stick cut from the crooked branch of a tough tree. It has high durability, despite the way it looks. I can believe it. That's what I have for weapons here. Sturdy wood stick, yeah. I might attach that sharp horn that it mentioned, honestly. Oh, but there are these. Snowball Claymore. What the hell? Knight's Broadsword. Knights of Hyrule once carried the sword, even in its decayed state. It shows its true resolve and desperation. It can yield powerful attacks when you're down to your last heart. Yeah, I recognized that the minute I saw it. Knight Shield, 40 defense. A shield favored by the knights who served in the Hyrulean royal family. Its sturdy metal construction is quite durable, but its weight requires decent skill to wield. I don't care. I'm taking that. You can't stop me. I earned that, man. That's like my first really, really good gear right there. Spiked Bokobo, an upgraded Bokobo bound with animal bone to boost its durability and firepower. Its craftsmanship is sloppy, but it's light and easy to use. Oh, no, wait. Keep the construct bow. I didn't realize I had a regular one. Drop that one for the spiked one. And now, what's behind door number 1? Anybody, like, caught in a trap or anything out here? I know that happened in one of the other bases, so... Well, not a person, but a thing. Toasted hearty truffle. A hearty truffle toasted until its outside is crispy. It tastes great, but hearty truffles are far more effective when cooked in a recipe. Hey, don't give me flack. I didn't cook it. It was like that when I found it. Spawn fruit was boiled with direct heat, resulting in steamed flesh inside the rind. Best served at the moment while the juices emerge, while roasting. Perfect, I've trapped myself. Let's, put that right about here. Opal. Checkaloo tree nut. Small birds love this nut. You can eat it raw for minor effect, but it can also be added as a spice to other recipes. Hey, bring that arrow back. Alright, well, it's gone. Since I just destroyed a weapon, I can pick up another one here. I'll take that stick back, I think. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, I know I used up time on my cold resistant, but I feel like it was worth it, honestly, in this case. Plus, we picked up something that somebody else gave us, so we can use that one for a bit. It feels weird for both this game and for Breath of the Wild of going into a cold area before a hot area when you can get the ability to resist the other by going to one first. Normally, I would much prefer to go to a heat area, and as a result, would have the stuff to deal with the cold area better. Oh, it's just like right across the way. I should have not done this, but that's alright. Alright, here we go. There's some bomb flowers nearby. Forgotten Temple. I don't know if this is... This looks like where we're supposed to go. That also looked like a bombable wall when I was first gliding down to it, but it does not... I do not believe it is. Hi. Oh, Link, I'm pleased to see that you've come here as well. To be honest, Lady Impa deduced that there's something related to the geoglyphs here. It took some effort for us to get up here, but we managed it. But then Lady Impa grew impatient. The moment I took my eyes off her, she went deep into the temple all by herself. Once I finished mooring the balloon, I plan to hurry after her. You saw Kato at the entrance to the Forgotten Temple. He said that he's come here with Impa to find something that's connected to the geoglyphs. She's apparently gone deeper into the temple. See what you can discover in this mysterious place. Alright, well, hopefully we won't have to be getting hassled by a bunch of enemies in here, but it's honestly anybody's guess. I don't feel as if I need to go attacking those enemies. So unless I have to, I'm going to ignore them. There's a spiked Bokobo if you needed it, I guess. Good, but just taking those and moving on. Oh, that's a Dragon Bone Bokobo. A Bokobo reinforced by fossils. Bokoblins or Bokoblins handpick the materials it's made from, so it boasts a respectable firepower. Okay, well that changes things. In that case, I'm gonna ditch the construct for that. Even if the durability is worse, that thing's almost 5 times as strong, so... You can do it, Link. I'm sure it's probably technically faster in terms of just raw speed of just going through the enemies, but I kind of like stealthing through it, honestly. Soldier's Bow. A bow designed for armed combat. Inflicts more damage than a civilian bow, but it will still burn if it touches fire. Have a little bit of variety here in our bows. Oh, there's a shrine. For now, let's not go dicking around in that unless we don't have a choice. I don't think this is what we're looking for in the main quest, but it is something. Well, Impa's here, so maybe it is. Maya UC, maybe? Oh, Link, thank you again for your help with that balloon. I believe there is something related to the geoglyph somewhere within this temple. I'm searching, but so far it has been in vain. The chambers here are enormous, so it will be a difficult task at best. Where could it be? Well, before that, let's get ourselves a warp point here, and also another little thing of light. Building blocks. I don't like saying the word building. It makes me sad. Oh, well, maybe it's not quite that bad. This just looks like a little... This looks like a puzzle that you would see in Survivor, honestly. The hardest part of this is going to be getting the actual pieces to go where I want them to go. I always found these particular like types of block puzzles interesting because it's the type of thing of like not even necessarily related to skill, but like you could try working on it for like 45 minutes and not get it, and then come back to it later and solve it in like 6 seconds just because you managed to get the right configuration out of nowhere. Oh, there. I was like, yeah, if you're going to have me solve this, I'm going to need the actual pieces as well. Yeah, that's fine. The cold resistance can run out. I don't need it at this current point in time. I hope that's close enough put together for it to count. Nice. If you ever struggle with a puzzle like that, at least from my experience, I don't think it's a proven strategy, but from my experience, putting in where you think the most complicated looking pieces first seems to yield better results. That's why I grabbed the one I did first and then grabbed the kind of medium-sized one second. And again, could be completely wrong on that, but that's just what it feels like. Well, Impa, I did the shrine, if that makes you feel any better. Like, I imagine just it's probably at the back. That would be the most obvious answer. I thought it'd be higher up, but let's check in here first. Gotta make sure. Well, this looks important. Are these just decoration, or is this a spot I can actually, like... Now I can actually go back here, okay. Is this supposed to be how you get up if you didn't climb, or what? guess so. Okay, good. I was going to say, if there's a puzzle I need to solve here right away without any sort of hint, I've got no idea thus far. This one would be a complete mystery. This just looks like a map of the world. Ah, this place. Okay, good. You're both here. Maybe you can help. Lady Impa, let's head down. We must investigate up close. Nope, you're actually in the perfect spot right where you are. I think it'd be easier to tell from up there. There upon the walls. Are those not geoglyphs? What could this mean? I believe the one we first saw in the geoglyph was left. Yep, that was it. According to the floor map, it is near Rito Village. Seems locations the other geoglyphs are marked on the floor. I like that saber on the bottom right. That one's cool. I think they said they were getting hassled by pirates in that town, so it seems fitting. I can hardly believe what my eyes behold. Who could have guessed that this old ruin held such secrets? It's said the geoglyphs appeared all over Hyrule in the upheaval when Zelda went missing. How are they connected to the images here? Let's hurry and investigate the remaining geoglyphs. Lady Impa, perhaps you should rest a bit before such a trying journey. Nah, she'll be fine. Link, if you happen to see a geoglyph during your travels, I urge you to investigate this matter as well. I will get right on that. If more strange visions are waiting at the other geoglyphs, just like the one you already experienced, well, perhaps they will provide clues that could lead us to Zelda. Inside the Forgotten Temple is a map of Hyrule and 11 murals related to the geoglyphs. It seems these geoglyphs appeared in various places after the upheaval when Zelda went missing. You have 10 left to investigate. Cool. A tear with a tear, or a tear with a tear, perhaps. Yay, English language, where words can be spelled exactly the same and have different meanings and pronunciations. What's set for my... Okay. Let's stick to the regional phenomena for now, I guess. No, I had it right. I just need to go over there. Yeah, I kind of want to head to Rito, to be honest. So I think that's where we're going. I'll kind of just do the memories. I'm sure the memories probably give something important, the same way they did last time. However, I kind of want to, like, move around between everything, so... And it would be nice to get to an actual other town, because we've only seen the castle town. I want to be able to see something else here. I believe this is a stable, correct? Which means the shrine we're on is probably the one it was related to. Lucky Clover Gazette. 200 axe, some pine cones. Oh, it's actually not like a proper stable. I was about to say I'm not be stupid and forget to not talk to the owner to get the points. Like I was doing a couple times and had to go back and fix. My kindling shortcuts, my Highline Pinecone mishap taught me that. Gotta do the work and chop down the trees. Place was once a stable and I was once its owner, but when that wave rolled in, it froze up our business. Ah, I gotcha. Perhaps due to the abnormal weather, there's been an explosive increase in Highland pine cones. They're only outside and burn really well, too well. Whipped up a whirlwind. Oh, I see. If you find one of your own, whatever you do, don't throw it in a fire. I will throw it in a fire. I will throw them all in a fire. Tracy, our editor here, is getting ready for our big Princess Zelda investigation. You're about our newspaper. You can talk to me. I'm next in charge. Pretty unusual for a newspaper to run out of a stable. Tracy cheated the previous... Wow. Alright, well, clearly she recognizes us. I know everyone involved with the story pure asked us for help digging what happened to Zelda. What exactly brought you here? Well, mostly looking for the... Yeah, I was going to say mostly looking for the phenomenon. This was just kind of on the way, I guess? So... That's why she's asked you to investigate places seriously impacted by the upheaval. Well, coming to us was a great call. We're getting tips from all over Hyrule. So many, it's been hard to keep up. We've been hearing about someone who looks like the princess appearing in all sorts of places. I was about to assign Pen to chase one of those leads, but he could use a partner. I won't tell Pen who you are. It's better if no one knows you're involved. I won't ask you to do this for free, though that'd be nice. What's the incentive? Hey, now we're talking. The full set of Froggy armor. With that on, it's easy to cling to wet surfaces, no slipping. You work with Pen to chase down all those news stories, and I'll give you this armor piece by piece. All yours. Pretty good deal there. That's my offer. Alright. That ain't bad. I did hear about this from somebody. This was a slight spoiler that didn't bother me too much. Of there was a way to be able to climb effectively in the rain. Visit every stable. Stables bringing people in detail. Get me some news. So do I need to go back to all the ones I've already seen? Newspaper Tracy said, so she wants you to dig up by visiting whenever you can by visiting stables. I will do that, but again, I want to go to Rito first. But I definitely have at least a few of them on my map to work with, for sure. Hello. Let me guess, you have business in Rito Village as well? Well, sorry to disappoint you, but the bridge is down. There's no way across. Since the newspaper ran an article about the food shortage, supply shipments have started to arrive, which is great, but with no bridge, there's no way to transport. I'm at my wit's end. Especially now that the sun's gone down, I'm going to have to throw a pine cone on this fire. The thing burned hot. Is it actually down? Oh, it's like down, okay. Wingless visitors cross at your own peril. Alright, well... That's sort of our hint, I suppose. Let's pick up a pine cone and cause some mayhem. Wow, they were not kidding about that being an explosive force. Well, maybe we can help them get it fixed. There's some hypothermia water. Maybe there's something in one of these. Or maybe not. Yeah, I remember it was snowy, but, like, you could... Like, it was cold-ish. There was snow just north of here, but it was definitely not this bad in the previous game, so... When they said it was messed up, they were not kidding. Sure, I'll take some arrows. I guess one other thing I could do to help with the heat is this. Or with the cold, rather. Purple rupee, I'll take that. You're not going to hear me complain about getting money. Alright, I think we're actually in the proper village itself now. And I get the unfortunate feeling these guys are going to be kind of huddled up together as best they can. Just on the off chance that we're starting a dungeon pretty soon here, I'm going to take the heart container. I know that's technically not optimal, again, but if I knew where everything was, I would be doing a lot more shrines before I went to a dungeon, and so as a result, I'd probably have max or near max stamina, and then a couple hearts on top of that. Either way. Oh, I remember you guys, yeah. It's called the Song of the Stormwind Arc. We're going to sing it together to save our village from the upheaval. Once a god fell from heaven, stilling the Hebrew winds. The heavens grew lifeless, just as the air below thinned. With the world in upheaval, we pledged to help the Lord. A line of ships soaring, built as a passage skyward. The god ascended heaven, leaving behind an ark. Its winds brought us new life, thanks to its great divine spark. Mostly adults aren't around. That might not be a good sign. But it's good to know about that little piece of info. But they're too soft and inviting. They're too soft and inviting. Oh, because you wanted to sleep. I don't really need to sleep. Ooh, shrine. I will take that. First, what do we got in here? No, I don't want to sell yet. Need food like fish and mushrooms. You can try to poke around the caves outside of town. There's a bunch of caves along the road to the east, even more in the Hebrew Mountains. Yeah, but I want to buy these. I'm actually going to buy the rest of that, too. Fish pie made with stamina bass. Doesn't that sound yummy? I can't leave the village to catch one. Oh, well, I can help you with that. I do, in fact, have one. I only have one, but if you only need one... Biting simmered fruit. Cold weather attack 5 minutes. Grants a level attack enhancement in cold places. Cooking with ice fruit is pretty easy. You should try it whenever you need a boost. Good to know. Let's hop down here real quick and grab Gata Katis Shrine. Or Gata Kiss Shrine. I added an A that wasn't there. Alright. This, again, usually whenever they're shrines inside of villages and stuff, typically they're not too terribly difficult, so I'm thinking this one probably won't be extremely difficult. Ride the Winds? Yeah, this one probably won't be that bad. This was an early shrine in Breath of the Wild, or one similar to this. Oh, I see. I got confused there for a minute. Let me check back, like, here. Was there any little something something? This would not be a bad spot to put a treasure. No, I guess not. Okay. Oop, I fell. I finally ran out of stamina. That was my own fault. I'll take those arrows, though. Well, this is a good spot to pick up some arrows, if nothing else. Spent 3 to get 15. That's not bad. I'll... Well, no, because I'm using Dragon Bone. I do kind of want to keep the Swallow Bow for now. But I am going to switch off of that stronger one. I didn't realize I was using that. That was my own fault. Yep, that was it. Alright, that was nice and simple. That was a fun one. I wish we had more of the shrines that were like that, of just, like, gliding puzzles. Because there weren't too many in Breath of the Wild, and that's the first one I've really seen here. I remember getting, well, not getting, but I remember there being a fair few of them in Wind Waker after you got the Korok Leaf. And the glider controls better than the Korok Leaf ever did, for sure. So you think they would capitalize on that a bit more. Oh well, that's 25 shrines, though. So not a bad turnout. All right. Let's keep going with what we were doing. And here we go, thank heavens. The pieces we need. I'm here to sell, because I need to grab those pieces of doodads. Okay, let's see how much of that we can get now. I'm pretty sure that's enough for all 3 pieces. Oh no, it actually won't be, but I'm still going to grab all 3. I forgot to hit that button. The Rito sell these trousers to Highlands in Rito Village. The inside is lined with Rito feathers, so they excel at retaining body heat. Snowquill Tunic. Lined with molten Rito feathers, this tunic was made by Rito artisans for Highlands visiting cold climates. Their feathers are stacked in each layer to retain body heat. So I need 650, so I need to sell about 200 and stuff. Anything else that, like, sells for a fair bit here? That I would be willing to give up anyway? Oh, right, these, duh. Plenty of those. Nope, that is it. Let's grab the last part, the headdress. A Rito accessory made from snowbird feathers. It's adorned with a ruby, a gem that harnesses the power of fire to make cold climates more tolerable. Which we actually don't need all the pieces, so I can keep my climb speed up on. And there we go. We don't have to worry about cold resist anymore. Thank goodness for that. That's going to make this infinitely easier. It seems like other than the kids and the store owners that there's not a lot here. So I'm going to learn how to make food. Yeah. We already talked to you. I already gave you the thing for your quest. We'll probably head that direction if I don't find anybody else. Oops, I didn't mean to take your arrows, my bad. Ah, those are mine, mister. Hold on, is your problem that you don't have enough wooden arrows? That's okay, then I don't mind giving them to you, but hear me out first. Papa told me you could use ice fruit to freeze monsters solid, which gave me an idea. Problem is I can't go out to pick fruit with the blizzard and all. It's not fair. It's the best invention I've come up with in so long. Without ice fruit, I can't make it. I see what you're thinking. You're thinking ice arrows, and that's a good idea. Mister, I felt a cold breeze coming from your pouch. What's that stuff you got? That cold jelly-like stuff. Is that white choo-choo jelly from one of the monsters? Yep. It's not exactly what I had in mind, but I can use that. Almost forgot. Manners. May I please have one? Yeah. Now I can finally make my invention. When I attach this, I'll have an arrow that can freeze monsters. What would happen to other materials? You can make arrows with all sorts of effects. Here's a thank you present. 10 arrows. He creates the strongest bows around. I want to make arrows that go perfectly with his bows. All I have to do is keep working, get my name out there, and one day I'll be a world-famous arrow maker. Hell yeah. That clearly looks to be the way to go, so I'm going to skip that and come back to it in a second here. Okay. There's nobody else here, so I think we're good. Hello. Recognize you. Not you.
That's not fair at all. You know I can handle it. Checking out that huge cloud wouldn't be hard. I could even do it alone. If we don't do anything, the village... Is that you?
Yeah, I remember you when you were way younger.
It is you! Link!
I definitely heard his voice actor somewhere before. Tulin, young Rita warrior. Definitely sounds familiar. I'll bet when I look it up, I'll recognize the name. You were the person I remember, though. Link, they told me you were missing. It's good to see you doing well. Teba, new Rito elder. Ah, so the other one passed away or something. Gave up the throne. He's grown taller, though perhaps not yet grown up. Well, maybe I would if you didn't treat me like a hatchling all the time. As long as you still think you can take on the world by yourself, you'll always be my little chick. What, you think I can't? I'm already fully fledged, you know? They'll change your tune when I ace today's scouting trip. You can keep wasting your time treating the Song of Storm and Arc like it's real, but not me. Alright, see you later, man. Listen, you... Unbelievable. Tulin wants me to let him go and find what's causing the blizzard, but he's having trouble hearing no. He mentioned a song? It's an old folk song here in Rito Village. Long, long ago, when we faced the different upheaval, the village was saved thanks to a great flying shrimp. Or so the song claims. It's been passed down through generations. It's a song for children, mind you. Few adults still parrot it as if it were true. Still, every now and then, you get reports among the Rito of a flying ship. Combine that with the blizzard caused by the upheaval, and it seems less far-fetched. Saw a shrine there. Even if the Song of the Storming Arc is just a children's rhyme, I expect there's something lurking high in the sky, but the air is so turbulent that no Rito can fly close enough to look into it. That is why I say we need to make careful preparations to find the truth, but Tulin, he thinks we cling to that song out of cowardice. But these are Rito matters. You came for some purpose, yes? Well, mostly to help with the village. What? This is terrible news. So then, not even Hyrule Castle is safe. If Princess Zelda's disappearance and the strange phenomena around the world are related somehow. We Rito would ordinarily love to contribute to your search, but this abnormal blizzard shows no sign of stopping and the food has grown scarce. Everyone I could spare is already out researching the blizzard or scavenging for food. My husband hasn't been able to leave the village much since becoming the village elder. I wish there was something I can do. Ah, but maybe I'm not the one you want. You should try asking Hearth. My My friend Hearth has many sources of information, so he might already have a lead about Zelda. You see the 2 bonfires out that way? Yeah. He's in the lodge near there if you'd like to try visiting him. A severe blizzard has struck Rito Village, leaving it in crisis. Teba had no information for you concerning Zelda, but he suggested you ask Hearth at a nearby lodge. The lodge is north of the village at the foot of the Heber Mountains, and it's marked by a pair of bonfires. Let's get to it. Chulin's profile has been added. Oh, it's actually added a couple. Son of the Rito elder, Teba. When Link first visited the village, Chulin was still a child growing up with his father's shadow, and his eyes would light up when he watched Link and Teba practice the flight range. Teba, a Rito warrior who once helped Link save Rito Village. He took up the mantle of village elder from Canelli to become the new leader of his people. As the new leader, he is under pressure to deal with the strange weather assailing Rito Village. Also, probably obvious, but we'll go ahead and mark it as well. I do obviously want to get the map data for this area. So depending on what Hearth gives me for information, I'll continue that way and grab it, or I'll go the way opposite of what the story's telling me and grab it. Hi. Hello? Hello? Hi! Sapphire Sword. Cool as I think that is, I think I'm going to pass on it. Well... yeah, I'm going to pass on it. Sorry, I could have sworn I heard somebody firing an arrow just then, so... still don't know how to deal with these. Oh, I can't attach that. Well, that might be part of the problem. Unless I had to talk to him before I could do that. Yeah, I straight up can't attach that. Okay, well. One day we'll figure it out, but not today. Ooh, this looks nice and cozy. This must be where all the Rito were. We'll go ahead and talk to Hearth first. Oh no, this is somebody else. Hey there, are you here because you spotted the bonfires? The blizzard makes it hard to see where you're going, so we keep those bonfires going as a beacon. They eat up a lot of firewood, but it's worth it. You can spot them even from up in the air. Though as proud as I am of them, they can't beat the spotlight set up around that fancy Skyview tower. Yep. It won't warm you up like a bonfire, but it's hard to beat it for size and sheer brightness. Is Hearth up there? Paladins are pretty incredible to build something so impressive. We found these strange things at the foot of the mountains. They're oddly shaped, aren't they? Done every last test I can think of, but I haven't learned anything. Not even what they're made of or what they're for. All I know is they're pretty heavy and pretty sharp. Probably hurt if you got hit with one. Well, well, I've got all I'm going to get out of these things. If you want them for some reason, they're all yours. Yeah, I'll take them. I'll take that wood, too. Well, there's a lot of pine cones in there. Hell yeah. Alright. Take more wood. Take that flint, take the oil, take the peppers. Drawing up a special menu for those out scavenging for food or investigating. Ingredients are hard to come by in this blizzard, but we'll be fine if we get a little creative with our cooking. With the right ingredients, a little food can go a long way. A pinch of spicy pepper warms you up so much you don't even notice the cold. We don't have many of them here, but you're welcome to what's available. Everyone needs to look out for each other and help where we can. Link, you're alright. Good to see you, man. We didn't really get to, like, talk to you much in Breath of the Wild, so I'm hoping you'll have a little bit more in this game. I worried after I heard that you'd gone missing. What happened? Oh, so you're looking for Zelda. Sorry to tell you I haven't heard anything about her. Her feathers are full dealing with a more immediate problem. Yeah, that's fair, honestly. Everyone from the village is left to scavenge or investigate the cause of the blizzard. All that's been hampered by the sky monsters that seem to be everywhere. We're spread too thin to deal with them properly. Wish I could do more for you. Though now that I think of it, maybe Tulin could help. We weren't around for it, but he's developed a way with wings that puts the adults to shame. Even in this vicious weather, he patrols the skies and reports all kinds of useful info. His wind gust technique is something to see. None of the rest of us can pull it off. Even Teba acknowledges Tulin's skills a cut above. The kid does preen about it more than he should, but, well, it's worth asking him at least. Last I saw, he was with Gassen and LoZ on a trip to find food. I think they're on the way to the Summit Cave. That's to the northeast of here. Cave is past the cliff out and up the mountain road. There should be a bonfire marking the spot. Find the bonfire at the mouth of the cave and you'll be on your way to finding Tulin. Hearth has no leads on Princess Zelda either. He suggested you speak to Tulin, who has been scouting the skies since the fierce blizzard began. Hearth said that Tulin went to Hebra South Summit Cave with Gassen and Liasa. I'm probably mispronouncing that. Its entrance is marked with another bonfire. Well, that is bringing us a little bit closer to the tower up there. I think I'll follow the path for now, and if I don't see them immediately, then I'll... Yeah, the cold resist can wear off now. I'm good, man. I'm A-okay. Unbelievable, these huge things are raining down upon us. What is happening up there in the skies? Oh, oops, I didn't expect to meet a Highland here. What are you doing in the mountains in this weather? Don't you see how cold it's gotten? Our feathers can keep the worst of it, but I'm not sure you can stand in the blizzard. By using y'all's armor, which I appreciate having. If you go up the slope, you'll see the Hebra South Summit Cave. My friends are there gathering provisions, the glowing mushrooms and fish to be had, which come in handy. Then keep a bonfire stoked at the cave entrance to mark the locations. If it gets too cold, find that bonfire and warm yourself up. We'll put a pin there, and then I'm going to go grab the tower. And from there, I'll probably be able to just fly to the pin, if we're being honest. Oh, I see a shrine up there in the sky area. If you think those little things are going to stop me, you better have another think. Rospo Press, Skyview Tower. Where's the actual spot leading up that I can get rid of all the thorns? This is one of those axe head things. Well, in that case, how about a little bit of fusion? And there we go. Surface map added. Sky map updated. Glad you could just drop the little cable there. That's nice. I'm going to try to get to that shrine on the Soul Guys that it is high up. And because it is high up, that means that we'll have a better vantage point to dive off of and explore elsewhere. It's not exactly the highest point in the mountains, but it's still better than nothing. And then we'll hop back down and continue on once we've done the shrine. Sairo Shrine. I will say now that we're actually getting invested in the story, I'm a little bit more invested in the game. But that probably doesn't come as much of a surprise because when you're a writer, you're a storyteller, and that's often the thing you're most interested by in a video game is the story. Aid from above. I'm going to assume I was supposed to avoid hitting that. I will probably be needing to take this with me to block some... No, okay. We'll just do a little sneaky sneak here. Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, it could be that too. That is also a possibility. Which way are we going here? That's for a treasure, but... I have an idea, but it's kind of dumb. I don't think this is going to work, but we're going to try it anyway. Camera? Camera. Thanks. No, that's not it. Okay, on the off chance, and this is really dumb, please pick that up and move it. Thank you. Well, I don't... Maybe it wasn't a bad idea, but I don't feel like it was necessarily correct either. Oop, no. I didn't want to do that. I got them in the wrong order. I'm just going to keep it in the air for a while. And then drop it back down. I'm pretty sure even with both, this is still wrong. Yeah, that's not enough clearance. Okay, well, it was worth a try. Oh, right. That. That one was kind of cool. No idea how you get that treasure, though. I was probably doing it way off. I was probably trying to play some 5D chess when I just needed to play regular chess. Press the L to quickly shift the camera behind Link. If there's an object nearby you can focus on, the camera will target it. That's true. It will. But right now, we need to focus on making some progress. Remove that pin. Where's the red one set at? Oh, that was just a completely different area. Okay, well, since we're not shrine hunting at this particular moment, we can ignore that for now. Hello. Didn't think I'd be seeing anyone else in these mountains anytime soon, what with that blizzard and all. Here because it's a good place to find food for my people. Why are you here? Looking for Tillin, huh? Fair enough. He's farther in the cave with Kassin. They're scavenging for food. No, I'm not going to show you the way. I need to keep an eye on what we've amassed so far. Be on your guard. There's a creature in the cave that hops along the walls. It probably won't bother if you stay away from it. Well, if it's the one I think it is, then I'll probably try to kill it, honestly. Shellfin trout. This blue trout prefers cold bodies of water. Its skin contains enzymes that keep its body cool, and when cooked into a dish, it will temporarily boost your heat resistance. I figure if we're going to go ahead and go through the cave to find him, we might as well poke around a little bit here. Didn't send me too far. Nope, we're good. No, we came from up there, right? Oh, I see. Whoa, hello. Let's be a little careful there. Jeez. Are they not? Oh, they're probably higher up. I guess you can't collect those that way. That's kind of a shame. I already see what they want me to do here. But I'm not going to use those. Woohoo! Oh, hey, one of those. Haven't seen one of those in a while. Imagine if having a fire weapon just immediately made that explode. What are we gonna do with that boy? It's just like him to fly off on his own and leave all the food we collected behind. Oh. Well, B, what is a highling doing all the way up here in such a fierce blizzard? You're here to attack the Tulin, eh? Well, you just missed him, unfortunately. Our task was to scavenge food in this area, but we saw a flock of monsters fly past just outside this cave. Same ones that have been sighted around the village lately, in fact. I told the others we should return right away to report to them, but Tulin clearly wasn't listening at all. He said, I'm going to follow them back to the nest, and flew off alone before I could protest. If you leave the cave and head north, you can spot a lone cedar tree on Talanto Peak. That's where we saw the monsters. No doubt he followed them there. And he thinks he's unbeatable, but he really shouldn't be taking these chances. Tulin was not at the cave when you went out to find him. Gassin told you that he left Hebersouth Summit Cave and went towards the lone cedar tree on Talanto Peak, visible to the north. According to Gassin, he saw a group of monsters and gave chase alone. Thought I saw one of the big dudes that drops the bubble items. Ice fruit, yeah, we heard about this earlier. That looks really cool. No pun intended. Fruit that generates cold when struck. Cooked correctly, it gives off an effect that strengthens muscles and increases attack power in cold temperatures. Hell yeah. Surprise! Hey, that's rude. Ow. Oh, that's what he got hit by. Very confused there for a minute. Pass on the swallow bow. I'll take soldier spear. Although now decayed, this lightweight metal spear is made for royal soldiers because it's light and easy to handle and enables quicker charged attacks. I don't have anything to fuse that with, so I'll just keep it as it is now. Where was the cave? I want to try to get a better idea where... Okay, so I was here. It's referring to that spot. I can't really see it that well. Probably because it's night in-game, but... Either way... I'm not going to fill up all the way, but I do want a few more hearts, just in case I get clipped by somebody firing an arrow or something. What's up, nerd? apparently that somehow was not enough to kill him, despite the fact the spear did an insane amount of damage and it had less attack power. So, cool. I'm going to beat them anyway, because I want to try to get some of those items and weapons. Could we please speed this up? The loading screen is done, therefore there is no need to continue doing that. Get off of the item. There we go. Maybe it was the fire fruit? Higher power. I'll just eat some of these. I was about to say, if that kills me and by doing a second hit while I literally cannot stand up or move, then I'm going to be really annoyed. Are these the same? That one's got a bit more power to it. Boca shield, wooden stick. Alright. No, I'm curious about that. Let me see it. Icicle Club. An average sword used largely by travelers. The blade is decayed, but it can still serve its purpose. I think I would rather have the stone ability. Well, no, this is a two-handed weapon. Actually, I got a better idea. If it wants me to keep this one, then let's do that. It was something I was going to use for combat. Usually the two-handed weapons, I want them either really high-powered or they're stuff like sledgehammers that are used for, at least for me, for destroying crates and stuff like that. Oh, that's one of those. There we go. Hey, kiddo. Stupid monster. What, Link, where'd you come from? What happened? You see, that rotten monster took my good bow. You can have one of mine. See, that's the bow napper. What a dick. I gotta get it back. Help me out, Link? Sure. Really? Thanks. Did you know I can blow a strong gust of wind anywhere I like? I'll do it for you, too. That way you can glide over to where that monster went. Just tell me where to point the gust and I'll make it for you. Tulin's Power of Wind. When Tulin's aura is charged, he can create a stream of wind that blows straight forward. This can be used for bursts of speed while paragliding. Upon reaching the lone cedar tree, you found an upset Tulin. He told you that a flying monster stole his bow. It's up to you to defeat the monster and get Tulin's bow back. Oh, you're coming with. I thought you were just hanging out there. Get bodied. Ha! There we go. Oh, you big time, Link. Without you, my bow might have been lost for good. Uh-oh. Oh, it's just a bunch of dumbasses. They're fine. There's more of them. We can handle those idiots. He's using a rusted sword. How strong could he be? Alright, they're not going to make a fool out of me twice. Let's go get them together. If you say so. Yeah, not a threat at all. Not even close. We did it! Hey, look, I think this might have been a hideout for those monsters. Yeah, probably. Was that the wind? It could have been. There's no way. It must have been something else. That's probably your dad. No, that's Hearth, I think. Hi. Oh, some impressive teamwork, you two. They weren't that strong, man. Oh, you saw that, Hearth? Talk about embarrassing. I didn't listen when Gessen's tried to stop me. I thought I could handle it. But I just ended up losing my favorite bow to those stupid things. I thought I was fully fledged, but there's probably no way I could have gotten it back on my own. Nah, you would have figured it out some way or another. I bet now you see why we were treating you like a small chick. Yeah, you're right. It really is important to work as a flock. Just like Link does, where he's not alone at all, ever. I think I finally get what Dad has been trying to tell me all this time. Is that all there is to the story? Seems unlike you to let your bow be taken. Oh yeah, funny story about that. There was this whole thing with Princess Zelda. I spotted her getting attacked by a monster. It was such a surprise I dropped my guard and it stole my bow. But I guess she was fine, because then she zoomed up above that cloud. Yeah, we've seen that before. Seems like a stretch, but we're not going to get to the bottom of it sitting around here. Tool and Link came out here looking for Zelda. You should go with him and investigate the cloud you say the princess soared into. But I thought I wasn't allowed. I got a report before coming here. We think it's likely the blizzard coming from inside that cloud after all. I want to see for myself as soon as I can, but the strong winds make any approach from the insides impossible. The only way is through the top, but there's not a Rito alive capable of crossing that stormy sky and making it all the way here. Well, except for one. Only you have the skill and training to create gusts at will. Jill will be the finest Rito warrior of all once he understands the value of working with his allies. Dad said that? Yep, now make sure he knows what you accomplished here today. Now it's time for you to go with Link and find Princess Zelda and whatever's causing this blizzard. No problem, the two of us together have got this. I saw Zelda up on the Sky Islands near Heber Peak. Let's check there first. Alright. Tullin's recent ordeal taught him a valuable lesson about working together. Even Hearth can see that the young Rito has matured. Go with Tullin to the Sky Islands above Heber Peak where he claims he saw Zelda. Well, before picking up my rewards... Look at all them arrows. Anything new? Bring me back a nice souvenir, okay? Our investigations have revealed what's below the clouds. If you're ready for anything before you head out. Alright. I will bear that in mind. Oh, yeah, I was about to say, does it have a marker on the map? It just wasn't lit up as much as they normally are. For now, I think that is a good spot for me to stop for the evening. But we've gotten some pretty good progress here. Some shrines done, some story updated, and hopefully a smaller stream so that people watching this in the archive aren't going to be pressed for a 6-hour video. Oof, only a 3-hour one. So hopefully tonight or tomorrow I will be able to get my schedule out again. I'm kind of waiting to hear back on when we're doing stuff, but we will be doing more of this later in the week, as well as continuing Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. It will just depend on what days are available in order to do a stream of those for each. But I might do more like, I wouldn't say lackadaisical, might do more impromptu streams, kind of like this one, depending on how much energy I've got. But for now, take care, y'all, and I will see you guys in probably a day or two. Later.